In 2013, the Jameson family welcomed a guest into their home during a rainy Thanksgiving weekend in Oregon. By Sunday, 2 family members were dead, 1 was missing, and a note hidden in the fireplace hinted at a terrifying betrayal. Ashland, Oregon. A picturesque college town tucked in the Rogue Valley. The Jamesons were well-known, well-liked. Peter Jameson, 45, father, professor at Southern Oregon University. Laura Jameson, 42, high school art teacher. Emily Jameson, 17, talented violinist, planning for college. They lived in a peaceful, 2-story craftsman home on Maple Hill Drive. They were private, but never antisocial. That's why it surprised neighbors when, on Thanksgiving weekend 2013, they noticed a stranger living in the guest house. The man introduced himself as Tyler Carr, claiming to be a student renting the guest unit short-term. Friendly enough. Clean-cut, mid-20s. Said he was taking a semester off from UC Berkeley. Peter Jameson had apparently offered him the space temporarily after meeting him at a university lecture on ethics and literature. But Tyler Carr wasn't in any school system. In fact, Tyler Carr didn't exist. Thanksgiving dinner at the Jamesons was quiet but intimate. Just the 3 of them, and Tyler. Emily texted a friend that evening. "This guy gives me weird vibes. Too quiet. Like, watching us." The next day, Laura was seen buying groceries alone. Peter was not seen again after Thursday. Neither was Tyler, at least, not in public. On Saturday, Emily was supposed to attend a violin rehearsal. She didn't show. By Sunday night, no one had heard from any of them. A neighbor, Mrs. Greer, noticed lights on but no movement. She called the police. Officers arrived to find the front door unlocked. Dinner dishes still in the sink. A wine glass broken on the floor. But no Peter. No Laura. No Emily. In the garage, Peter's car, keys still in the ignition. In the guest house, empty. Mattress missing. Clothes gone. In the main house. Laura's body was found in the bathtub, submerged. Cause of death, blunt force trauma. No sign of Peter or Emily. The family's 2 dogs had been locked in the basement. Detectives found one major clue. A partially burned note in the fireplace that read, "I tried to stop him. I failed. He's not who he said he is." The note was in Laura's handwriting. Police ran fingerprints from the guest house. The match came within 12 hours. Miles Brenner, 27, previously arrested for fraud and impersonation in Sacramento, California. Not a student. Not a houseguest. A con man with a history of assuming false identities to manipulate wealthy individuals. His specialty? Gaining trust, staying just long enough, then vanishing. But this time, it had turned deadly. Using traffic cams and ATM records, police traced Brenner. He was seen driving Emily's small red car, heading north. Stopped in Eugene, Oregon, withdrew $400 using Peter's debit card. Next spotted crossing into Washington state. Police issued a statewide manhunt. Meanwhile, search crews scoured the Rogue River Valley for Peter and Emily. On December 3, 2013, a fisherman near Ashland made a gruesome discovery. Peter Jameson's body, wrapped in tarp, weighted with rocks, dumped in the river. His skull had been fractured, same as Laura. Still no sign of Emily. Until police tracked Peter's stolen laptop. It pinged from a Seattle motel, where someone had logged in using a VPN. SWAT teams moved in immediately. They found Miles Brenner, sleeping. Next door, in a separate room under a fake name, they found Emily Jameson, alive. She had been held for 8 days, restrained and drugged. She was rushed to the hospital. Miles Brenner refused to speak for hours. Eventually, he asked for a real professor to talk to him. He only opened up to a criminal psychologist. "I didn't mean to kill the girl's mom. She came at me. It was chaos. Peter found the journal. I had to. He was going to call the police. I liked Emily. I didn't hurt her. I kept her safe. His words sickened the investigators. In his stolen notebook, he had written, "This one almost worked. They really trusted me." It was perfect until the girl started asking questions. In 2015, Miles Brenner stood trial for 2 counts of murder, 1 count of kidnapping, identity theft, fraud. Emily Jameson, then 19, testified. He knew exactly what he was doing. He studied us like a puzzle. My parents died because they tried to help someone. Brenner showed no emotion throughout the trial. He was sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences without parole. Emily eventually moved across the country. She changed her last name. She now works with a non-profit helping survivors of violent crime. The Jameson house on Maple Hill was sold, renovated, and later demolished. The guest house was never rebuilt. The Jamesons opened their home to a stranger. They believed in kindness, second chances, and education. But some monsters don't come with fangs or masks. Sometimes, they arrive with a fake smile, a clean shirt, and a lie that costs everything.